Hey, is it possible to drive EV with Uber without home charger?
That was one of the first questions that I was asking myself even before I got my EV. 2 years later, my answer is yes, it's absolutely possible. Stay with me to hear my story. Yes, I will repeat myself. It is definitely possible. But is it convenient? Well, that's another question, and we will look into it in the next video. So let's go back now. What's driving part-time, 5 days a week, and EV with Uber? In a normal day, I do 80 to 100 miles. So even before I got my Nissan Leaf 40 kilowatt with about 160 miles range, I knew that I had to charge it every day. The most important thing for me was planning, and I cannot stress this enough. What do I mean? Ask yourself, where shall I charge a car every day when I get it? How much will it cost me to charge a car? How much time will I spend charging the car? So get prepared beforehand. Gather some information, watch some YouTube videos, and you're good to go. Now we're gonna look at the question, where? The first thing that I did was to install an app called ZapMap, which is basically a map of UK's main public charging networks. When I opened it, my first reaction was, wow, how can I be so ignorant about the existence of so many charging points? According to ZapMap, there are around 14,000 locations providing about 21,000 individual chargers, with 400 new locations added in the last 30 days. I think that charging stations outnumber UK's 8,500 petrol stations. It's important to point out that there are 3 types of charging: slow, fast and rapid, and it's all about the speed of charging. What I needed was the rapid one, since I didn't want to waste time. Looking at the map, I realized there are quite a few rapid charging stations in my area. Those are the pink ones. That was relief for me, and I was confident I can make it work. If we need more information about the charger, we can just tap on it. We can see the location, the postcode, as well as the network operator, how many chargers are there and if they are available at the moment. Furthermore, we can slide it up and see more info about the devices. At this location, we have 3 chargers and 6 connectors. It's important to know what's the type of your connector. I knew that CHAdeMO was the connector that I need to use to rapid charge. We can see those 3 devices have CHAdeMO connectors, which is very useful in a situation where if someone is using one of the pumps, we can always use the free ones. It took me a few weeks driving, and I already had some favorite locations where I'd go and charge. You can always open up ZapMap wherever you go and find some charging points. I hope that covers the question where, and now it's your turn. Go and do your homework and find chargers in your neighborhood. Here comes the next question: how much will it cost me? The short answer is I give £3 to £450 for 25 to 30 kilowatt charge. The long answer is we need to know who runs the charging stations and get subscription to benefit from the discount. This is the tricky one, since it have been way easier if it were just one company. But in reality, we have several different companies who operate the chargers. In this video, I'm not gonna cover all of the companies, since I use mostly 2 of them. The first one is Polar, recently renamed to BP Pulse, and they own UK's largest rapid charging network. You can use your contactless card to charge, but my advice is get a subscription with them. It will cost you only £8, but you will get 50% discount, which now is 15p per kilowatt. So instead of giving £8, you will give 4 like I do. Not bad at all. Another one is Ecotricity, and they have charging stations at every services on the motorway. To get access to the pumps, you will need to download and install their app and create an account with them. To get a 50% discount, I switched to Ecotricity, and now they are my domestic energy supplier, so I pay 15p per kilowatt to use their pumps. From my experience, it's always good to have options. Wherever you go, you will find near a charging station owned by one of these 2 companies. I hope that's good info about how much you're gonna pay per charge. So we get to the next question: how much time will I spend charging the car? In general, it depends on your car battery capacity, on the speed of the charging station, and the speed that your car can take. In my case, I have Nissan Leaf 40 kilowatt, and it takes me about 35 minutes to charge from 15-20% to 80% on a rapid charger. One thing to have in mind, you don't need to always charge to 100%. The speed anyway slows down after 85% to preserve the battery life. So I do 45 minutes every day to charge to 90-93%, and that gives me 150 miles range. Bear in mind, you can always stop for a short break whenever you are near a pump and top up. For those of you who have slow or fast charging stations in your neighborhood, you better use them. You can charge your car overnight. And since I don't have one, I need to use only rapid chargers. Well, that was all for today, guys. I hope my experience will help you in your choices. Bye now, see you soon.